Paint Night Podcast is about getting to know the artist behind the painting. Our mission is to provide a platform where artists come together to create art and share their stories. Thank you for joining us and supporting the arts.
Sweet.
We are now live.
Alrighty. And then unmute.
It is unmuted. That's why I said we are live.
Gotcha. Hello.
Hello, Paint Night Podcast.
Hello, Paint Night people. We are here today. I actually got myself some paints. Toby's working on a rat ass. Not to be mistaken for a rat ass, but a really cool painting. I'm weird. Don't mind me.
You are weird.
I know. It comes natural.
And I had to actually pull my headphone out of the phone just because I didn't think about me going live with Instagram. If I was just talking to you with a headphone on, people would just think I was talking randomly and wouldn't get the other side of the conversation. So
Makes sense.
yeah. Well, sorry that I started a little bit late, but as usual, technical difficulties.
But we didn't do fuck this shit, I'm out, so we're still here.
I was real close.
Yeah, he came close. That's what she said. But anyway, let's see what to talk about today. I'm using liquid acrylics for the first time. I actually really like it so far. It is kind of like watercolors with acrylics.
Well, yeah. Yeah. It's just permanent. You can't move it after it's dry.
I kind of like that better. Well, actually, I don't know. I need to mess with more oils to get a better opinion on it, you know? Like, I'm sure there's perks and such.
Well, yeah, I mean, every medium has its advantages and drawbacks.
Mm-hmm.
And instead
what would you say you like about oils? Likes and dislikes.
I can charge more for them.
True.
I like the richness of color, honestly.
You think it comes out rich? Well, yeah.
And
okay, I can see that.
Tend to get a little more, or at least in my opinion, I feel like I get more depth out of them.
Okay.
But that's just me.
Well, I assume that's because of you're able to blend a lot better.
I mean, it's just a different blending technique. Like, it took me a while to actually use oils the way that they're supposed to, and even now, that's questionable. You know what I mean?
What was the most frustrating thing about it when you were first beginning?
That they didn't dry fast enough. Honestly.
Yeah, actually, I concur with that one. I remember that being frustrating when I was working with them for a short bit.
Yeah.
I got it all over. And then one time my painting fell over and I marked the floor.
Yeah, I've fallen asleep painting before and put my forehead right in oil paints. Wake up with just a smeared, like all the work that I did the night before just ruined because I smeared it with my forehead.
No way.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll have some kind of weird disease due to the cancer linked
something
with
like
oil
that.
paints. I'll get some like forehead.
Or it's like mercury, how it drives artists crazy. Or
yeah.
like not.
Well, it's the lead poisoning. I'll get some kind of forehead lead poisoning.
A tumor just starts growing out of your head.
Yeah.
And then you rub fish on your head before you know it.
Rub fish on my head?
Yeah, to get the cats out.
What?
Nothing. I'm joking.
Yeah, but no, I get the joke, but holy shit, I'm missing the inside joke part.
Oh, it was on. I think I reversed it. I think it was from that one movie, which I recommend to everybody who's listening. It's Such a Beautiful Day. Remember how that stick figure one?
Oh, yeah.
But it was the grandma. She was rubbing the cat head on her head to get the fish out. No, to get the mice out.
Yeah.
Something like that. I can't remember.
No,
I totally murdered that whole scene, but you know what I mean now.
Yeah. I get it now. Yeah, I've always had an oily forehead.
You and me both. Well, now it's not so bad. Dude, so I'm back in Houston, right? Uh-huh. And it's so humid here. Oh my God. Like, at first I was like, damn, I don't need a coat outside. This is really cool. And then I've settled in with, like, today even last night, yesterday I thought I was getting sick because I felt really hot. And then one of my coworkers was like, yeah, it's really hot in here. And I was like, damn, okay. Maybe I'm not sick. Maybe it's just the humidity. And I woke up this morning and it was like, oh, so groggy. I don't know how to explain it. It's really hard to, because it's like, it's not really hot, but the air feels like hot in a wet way. That sounds really weird. Humidity is weird.
You're weird.
And I know. Yes, Toby, we get. I know. But
all right.
It's
We're
not
all
bad.
Weird. Weird is just another way of saying interesting.
But even interesting is like on a negative connotation a little bit.
Why?
I don't know. I mean,
if you perceive it that way, sure. I like
that's true. That's true. I mean, I've been called interesting in a negative note a lot, so I think that's what I mean. Or like unique is a favorite one too. You're so unique.
Lost Sound on Instagram or on YouTube, Ma? Mom says that Lost Sound.
Oh.
I don't know. My volume's all the way up.
I wonder if I could check YouTube on here.
The microphone seems like it's working. Or at least it's saying that it's working. Mom said she got it back.
Oh, she does?
Yep.
Okay, sweet.
Thank you, Mom.
Ooh, I'm watching us on the live thing. My microphone sounds great.
Yeah?
Yeah. That's awesome. Dope. Like Homer Simpson. Joking. But, what to do? I swear, this whole time I'm going to be working on the skin and skin only.
Nice. Yeah, weird is the best way to be, I swear it.
I believe it. But then again, it's like everyone has something that makes them weird, you know? But then would that make no one weird?
Yeah, I mean, that is the question. It's like, if everybody's special, then are you really special?
Yeah. Do you think everyone's special?
In their own way, sure. I don't think everybody's special in, like, I don't know, the same way. Not everybody has the same attributes or abilities, you know? That's why it's cool. And everybody is their own filter. Like, they see things different ways, so they interpret things different ways. That's why there's so many religions.
True. True. Religions are weird. Well, they're not weird. I understand why they're there.
Yeah.
But
suppose.
I don't know.
Everybody's got their thing.
Yeah. I'm always very cautious of the ones that are like, this is the way. I'm like,
And perhaps it is for them, and that's good.
That's true.
As long as it makes anything that makes somebody a better person, I'm all for it.
True.
You know what I mean?
True,
as long as you're not hurting anyone or taking.
Yeah, because some people need Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, you know. Some people need Jesus. Some people need car shows. Like that's
some
the way it
people
goes.
need Jesus and some people need car shows. That needs to be a T-shirt.
Forever 12. Patent pending.
I know, for real. I'm fucking up the nose.
Stop doing that.
I'm trying. It's so hard.
Yeah, or roller coasters. I mean, roller coasters are definitely like can be a religious experience, I think.
Oh, definitely. You feel something.
Yeah.
That's about all I got.
You feel something, piss your pants, you get up, pants are a little wet, heart beats fast.
It's a life and death experience.
It's
no, it's not life and death. You what?
It's like a crush. Or like a really good road trip.
Oh yeah, I love road trips.
A good road trip. There's usually a moment where you're a little on the edge and like, oh shit, we're gonna get pulled over for this one. Or, God, I hope I don't get caught doing this. Whatever it is. Pants get a little wet.
Yeah, I think your road trip and my road trip are very different.
Yeah, probably. My road trips are a lot different than most people's, so that's fine.
Mm.
I want my road trips to be like my life.
Long and hard?
What? What'd you say?
I don't know if that made sense. I said long and hard, and I was like, that's dirty.
I mean, it can be. To the profane, all is profane. To the or to the clean, all is clean. The cabal. But like action, adventure, thrills, you know, good shit.
Yeah, that's true. I've definitely, when I was traveling to Ohio to see you, I remember I was still really sad because things didn't work out in Phoenix like I hoped they would. But then I remember I was right near the Grand Canyon, and I was like super close just going over there, but I decided I wanted to wait till I went with my sister.
Yeah.
And I remember the sun was rising right about that time, and I saw the sun rising, and I started to cry for some reason. And I think it was just because like I was like, my life is really cool. I get to see all these cool things now, and it's much better than it was before.
Yeah.
But I feel like road trips do that for you, especially beautiful sights.
Well, I think, yeah. I think sometimes, well, and you have
and
to,
it's a good time to
equate,
think and ponder.
Like mentally where you were. You know what I mean? Like you were closing a chapter of one part and going into the great unknown, you know?
Yeah, and I think it was also, because like, I've always loved that. And then I was thinking, I was like, man, my life is so much different than it was 2-3 years ago. And I think that was part of the reason why I started tearing up, because I was looking at this beautiful sunset over the Grand Canyon, or near that area rather, or sunrise rather. I just remember it like hit me really hard, and I was like, damn, my life is good right now. Like, I know this thing didn't work out, but I wasn't too sad about it. Like, I was looking forward to the future, and I was happy where I was at that moment.
That's good.
And yeah, no, it's cool. And I think and all road trips do that for me. Like there was one, like that's what I remember from going from Phoenix to Ohio. But there was one time when I was going from Phoenix to Texas, back to Texas, when I went to go try out for a week in Phoenix and see how it was there.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember coming back to Texas, and there was this one place, but granted, I was also on some stuff, and I was like, everything was bright and vivid, and there was this moment where it was like those flat mountains where it's like high rises, but it was flat on top. And do you know what I'm talking about? Like the mountains that aren't pointy, but they're flat on the top. And they're not really mountains. They're like plains that just dip into... They dip sometimes. I'm not sure if I'm explaining.
Like the mesa or the flat tops.
Yeah, exactly like that. And I remember there was a point, and I can't remember where, but I started seeing... They were white, mainly, but they had really bright green polka dots all over the place. And it was like 20 minutes of just beautiful ridges with green, like dark green and light green and blue polka dots all over the place. And I was like, whoa, I'm in a whole other dimension right now. I don't know what's going on, but this is great. And
that was probably the acid.
Probably. But
just
it was cool,
being
though.
Honest, just being
I know. I mean, it was like, because I think it helps me see the synchronicities and things. And so seeing that,
Oh, the synchronicities?
Synchronicities. That's not right. But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I remember that part being really beautiful. It was like one of the most beautiful things I've seen in my life, too.
Yeah. Well, I bet, if anything, you were probably seeing bushes and trees, and just with like the influence of whatever heightened the contrast, because a lot of like hallucinogens will do that. It just it's like your contrast button is pushed all the way up, you know, on Instagram, or like a filter.
Yeah, that's definitely what it felt like, for sure.
Because I remember like a time when I had ingested some, or tried to meet mescalito. And
what is that? Is that the cactus?
Yeah, el mescalito.
Does that do the same thing?
Yeah. And I remember like there's trees, like mesquite trees or bushes or whatever, and then there's some other trees, like it was this like gateway into the Badlands of New Mexico, and the sky and the lighting was just perfect. Like a storm was rolling in, so everything kind of was dimmed down a little bit, but the trees had kind of like a fall look to them, so they had like orange and yellow leaves, but the trees themselves were fairly dark comparatively. But while I was under the influence of mescalito or mescaline, the contrast was bumped so much that the trees and the branches looked like black, or like a super deep purplish red veins growing up into these like fiery tops. It was crazy.
Whoa.
They almost looked like upside down lungs.
Whoa, that's cool. Hell yeah. I know
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
someone compliment on your stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's
Sorry,
looking dope.
didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're good. What was I gonna say? Like, I think the time I was just talking about, like, that was maybe the second or third most memorable, like seeing actual things, like in a different way. Like there was one time and this is what got me. I'm sure I've told you. It like I took acid after 3 days of not after Jesus words.
Where?
So Friday the 13th. I remember we were tattooing for 3 days straight, and we were super tired. But a few friends and like me and two other artists were like, "Yeah, let's do acid together and let's see how it goes." And we were super tired, but we took it anyway. And I remember my friend John, he was all like, he's like, "We need to go get your crystal glasses," because at that time I had bought some crystal glasses for raves and stuff. It was really cool because it was like those kaleidoscope, colorful, like you entered into another dimension looking kind of glasses. And he's like, "It would be really great if we had it right now." And I'm like, "Oh my God, you're right." And he's like, "But it's outside." And so me and him and the other guy, we were like trying to get outside. And it was funny because we were with we were in a group of friends. So there's just the three of us taking it. And then there's like, I think 4 or 5 other people just hanging out.
Yeah.
And us three went outside, and we were like, whoa, because the place we were at, it's kind of ghetto-ish. Like there wasn't like much to look at, but being on it, you went outside and everything was beautiful. Like everything looked like the flower of life. I kept seeing that pattern everywhere. Like the blades of grass were all almost the same, and I was just so fascinated, and I was like, damn, yep, the Matrix is real. I was like, because I could see what regular concrete, it looked like ugly concrete with like gum stuck to it all over the place, you know, like the little black spots everywhere. But when I was on it, I could see all the layers that made up the texture that was being shown to us. Like it looked like Photoshop transparency, and there's like bits and pieces of the design made up in multiple layers, and I could just see through all of it. And I remember thinking, whoa, this is really fascinating. And it was crazy, yo. It was funny. We just stayed out there like looking at everything all around us for at least an hour and a half. And I remember seeing my friend in the window look out at us. You told us later, he was like, "Yeah, I thought y'all were zombied out," and he was like, he was kind of scared that we were gonna go all crazy on him, but really we were just like really like little children, kind of looking at everything and just being really amazed.
Yeah.
And then we looked at my friend's tattoos, and we were like, "Whoa, your tattoos are moving!" And so we started looking at our own tattoos, and that was pretty fun. And then I had a really, really sparkly scarf at that time, and that was also what we were looking at. But yeah, man, it's cool. I like how it does heighten the senses to a point. I don't know. That was actually what got me more interested in the sacred geometry and the how reality kind of works, and that like I've recognized we exist in this world and stuff, and I'm not like too straight off the reality, but I do also recognize that it's not all what it seems.
Yeah.
You know, and I know you know that better than anybody.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I really like that.
I think.
Although I don't.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll actually like, for some reason, it'll switch on for me. Like I wouldn't even have to take anything. It will kind of just switch on randomly, and I'll feel it. Like I'll feel it in my stomach, as if I were taking it again. But I don't think it works the same anymore. I think it's shown me what it needs to show me, and now it doesn't work like that anymore, at least in my head.
Or you cut yourself off from it. Because here's the reality is, if you've gone anywhere consciously or changed your perspective in any way, and say that you've seen things in a different light, or you've taken some kind of hallucinogen or anything like that, and you've gotten to a certain place. If you've been there once, you can be there again. Like you can return at any point in time.
Right.
And a lot of people, think that they have to keep taking, hallucinogens or anything like that. It's just like once you get there, it takes a little more time and some practice, but you can get there without using anything else.
Yeah. I remember you mentioning that. I'm gonna try to figure out how to get there again. I mean, like, I'll notice it. Like, I see, I guess it helped me realize the detail in life, and I really liked that about it. And it was weird because I know some people it's scary, like that kind of things is scary, and I understand that. But to me, it was actually like a relief, like a wave of relief over me.
Yeah.
And
well, a lot of people have problems with letting go.
Yeah.
And not having control. Which is, I mean,
I like flowing with it. It's fun. And not only fun, it's just really insightful. And
it can also become a crutch.
For sure. I've heard stories of people who would take it all the time. I've actually had a friend who used to take it all the time when she was young, and it made her really brain dead.
Yep.
Like when she wasn't on it.
Yep.
To where she was very dependent on it, and she actually just doesn't do it anymore at all.
Yeah.
She said it was like you said, a crutch, and it was just kind of ruining her life to an extent.
Well, and anybody can use anything, like that and become dependent on any kind of substance.
Right.
As I sit here and drink coffee and smoke cigarettes.
Yeah.
But I truly believe in everything in moderation, including moderation. So.
Amen. I do too. It's funny because it's like when the Mormon religion, they have a thing called the Word of Wisdom. And everyone's always like, oh, if you do these things, well, the extreme Mormons rather, if you do these things, like you're not evil, but you're just wrong. Like if you do any of these things, you're not supposed to do it. Like it's taboo in the religion or whatever, such as like tattoos and coffee and all that ish. But in my head, I was like, it's called the Word of Wisdom. The name itself is like, well, word of the wise. Don't do too much of these things and you'll be fine, Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. It's weird.
Everybody has their thing, For some people, they shouldn't probably do certain things, And like most of my philosophies only apply to me. I mean, that's the reality of it. It's like I can say, fucking drive fast. Like freedom is driving fast, and everybody that doesn't drive fast is wrong. Like that's not right. Like to me, yes. Like to me, driving fast is my freedom, and that's one of my passions or my loves, and but I don't think everybody can find freedom in that or love that or even enjoy that at all,
Right. No, I believe that.
It's just knowing,
I guess
knowing
that's
yourself.
Just like any advice to anyone. It's like, I was thinking about that with the lady who kind of talked to me, but also just parents in general too, because they mean the best, because they know what works for them, but they might not know exactly what works for you.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying a lot of times, like the advice and all that stems from they don't want you to stumble where they have stumbled before. They're just trying to protect you. I mean, it's all out of love.
So then it's like a love-fear thing, which always gets me.
To a degree,
because then aren't things like done and
but the base
like
root,
even if they're in fear,
they don't want you to suffer or hurt the way that they have hurt. But instead of just going, hey, well, don't do this because I did this and it fucked me up, or I seen people get fucked up.
Yeah.
They love you so much that, they start to fear, because that's the one thing that they don't want to lose. You know what I mean? So it's a...
You know what my mom told me?
What's that?
My mom was all like, when we were having a conversation on the car when I was kind of heading up, when I got back on, or got out of the plane, we were in the car heading on the way home. She was all like, just be careful, Mija. Like, she's like, just keep in mind, like, your life is not just you. Like, you're connected to all of us. And she's like, if you die, I think we all die. And I was like, whoa, Mom, like, what the hell? I don't need all that pressure.
Yeah, to a degree. I mean, yeah. I definitely don't
like,
have the
I get
answer,
it, but I'm also like,
yeah, I mean,
you should
your
know
life,
that I lived the best life I did,
Yeah.
Or like, I attempted to do the things I wanted to do.
Yeah,
and life happens. I'm like, it's not under my control. Like, life will take me when it's ready to take me. I should have said that, damn it. But then I would have worried her more, and I don't think that would have been the proper response at that moment.
It's also one of those things, like, I can see both perspectives and all that good stuff, where it's like, you don't want to put yourself in any unnecessary risks, you know what I mean? Because yes, when people go say, suicide is a selfish endeavor, it is to a degree, but it's also a selfish statement to say that, to put that on somebody. Your life is your life, like, you should have connections with people, but not attachments.
I like that.
You know what I mean? Like, people tend to attach themselves to other people or places or things or materials. But that's like an overbearingness. To be connected or have a connection with people, or have a connection with a place, or have a connection with certain things or whatever, is the way it should be, because we are all connected. We all have like some part to play in this.
Someone we're tied to.
Not someone necessarily tied to. Like that.
Well, connected to.
Yeah, I mean, you have a connection to your family. I have a connection to my family. I think most people do, or really close friends, or work or coworkers, or like, there's certain places that you feel a super deep connection with. Like, there's certain spots in Ohio, there's certain spots in Arizona, there's a couple spots in New Mexico. Like there's spots that I'm super connected to, but I don't have dependency on it, or I don't have to be there. You know what I mean?
No, I get that. So are you talking about sacred spaces?
Yeah, sacred spaces can definitely be applied to that.
I always find, I'm actually curious. I've been thinking about, during my travels, kind of like what you were just talking about, I have places that I feel connected to, or places I've figured out something, or like a sacred space, something that's sacred to me and that I found my center in. Do you think that changes? Like, do you think it could happen in one place and then just move to another place?
As far as?
Finding a place that centers you. Because I love Taos, but it's like, it had such a profound effect on me the first time I went. But the second time I went, it was a little off.
Yeah. Well, because you're not the same person.
So, okay. No, that makes sense.
You know
actually.
what I mean? Like,
that's a good way.
There's like spots in the woods that I grew up in. Like, there were several spots that, say at 13 or, there was one spot, like, that was my place. Like, I would go there, and that was it, man. Like, I was connected. But, you know, the older I got, it didn't hold the same thing because I wasn't going through the same stuff, or I wasn't the same person. Because you weren't the same. I was, growing. I was changing. I was expanding. So I, would find another spot, or, you can still go to those spots and be reminded of what it was, but you might not have that same connection. Or at least that's how it works for me.
No, actually, as soon as you said that, I was like, damn it, of course. Like, that makes sense.
And I mean, there's spots still that, like, from childhood, I visit, and it's still, it's like an instantaneous, like, oh shit, wow, I'm really connected or grounded or whatever. But not all of them. You know what I mean?
Right.
They hold like certain memories and whatever. Like, there's a place just outside of Wickensburg, Arizona, that I absolutely love. Like, there's something there that is just, it's heavy. You know what I mean?
I feel that. I feel like for me right now, Sedona's been calling me a lot, and it's been calling me since last year. And but I remember thinking, like, I passed it up twice, and I remember I told you this, but like I remember being like, it's not my time yet. Like, you can't go in there yet. And I was like, damn it, but I really want to go. And it's like, nah, not right now.
Yeah, but
you gotta wait.
It's
and
sometimes, we overthink shit.
I mean, yeah, that could be a very possibility. But I was just thinking, like, I think it was the mindset too. Like, I wanted to go, but there was just so much things going on, and I knew I needed to, like, go and settle first.
Yeah.
No.
Responsibilities.
Responsibilities, yo. They suck.
They do not suck.
I know. They don't.
You're looking at them.
I know. I used to think that. I don't so much anymore. I used to be like, I never grow up, and now I'm like learning how to grow up, and even though
you have some resentment, that's all it is.
Do what?
You have some kind of resentment involved there. If you think that they suck, you're fighting it somehow. If you fight it, it's gonna just come harder.
True. Like, I did have that mindset, and now I'm more fascinated with it, and I see myself becoming and feeling a lot better since I was, like, choosing to try to be better and more responsible and more of an adult. And I still have a long way to go, but it's still but I still feel really good about it,
Yeah, good.
Even though I'm realize how much I fucked up when it comes to, like, debt and taxes and all that, but it's nothing. But I also know, like, the mindset that I have now, it's to the point where it's like, it's okay. Like, I'm able to forgive myself for things easier. So
that's fair. Hindsight is always 20/20 anyhow.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I don't know if I've talked about this or not, but the reason that my not painting on the tarot cards is I need to get my bio painting done for the Ohio Bio Show. So that's what this is.
Ooh, you should tell them what you think about it. At least have it somewhere,
What's that? Oh, the reasoning behind what it is?
Yeah.
Or my justification of what it is? I'll touch on it a little bit because I'm still fleshing it out.
Fair enough.
It's basically like it's kind of like the awakening. As weird as it's loosely based on my first DMT experience. So I'll leave it at that for right now.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, there you are.
I didn't go anywhere.
You went silent for a second.
So what is your lady going to be? What does she represent, if anything?
I wanted to do another growth painting, and when I think of growth, I think of plants and flowers and stuff. And so
that makes sense.
I wanted to, so currently I'm at a tattoo shop called the Bayou City Tattoo Shop in Houston, and everyone here has been really nice and wonderful. And Randy, the owner, he mentioned that he would let me use some of his supplies to paint some stuff.
Nice.
So yeah, and I really love this liquid acrylic. I need to get myself some. But he actually really loved the tree lady I did, and he wanted to buy it, but I told him it was $200, and he's like, that's a good amount of money, but I don't have the money for it. So I figured for the paint night here, I might as well, I can use the supplies that he's giving me and draw him and paint him something really nice.
Very cool.
So I thought I'd do something kind of similar, but with flowers.
Nice.
And yeah, so it's mainly for the shop here. It's a beautiful place, and it's funny, because it's funny how the universe, to me at least, it's like things weirdly keep working out the way they're supposed to, and everyone here has like a little bit of a spiritual side to them. And so I've been talking to them a little bit, and I don't know, it's really cool. It's like that moment you realize, like, oh yeah, I'm meant to be here. I'm meant to talk to these people. I'm meant to unlock XYZ or whatever. And so I thought it'd be cool to paint a little thank you. And I also miss, I really like drawing lady heads, so I figured I might as well draw something I'm really good at.
There you go. It's always nice, like anytime I do a guest spot, I try to paint something for the shop or you know,
yeah,
offer something.
Yeah, and I figured this could be like my offering to the shop here. It has a lot of cool paintings and stuff to hang right beside, so I'd be honored to be a part of that, you know?
Hell yeah.
But I've always drawn more lady heads and stuff kind of similar to this kind of outline, where it's not really the body or hands or anything, it's just the face with things kind of growing out of it and making it like I have a flower growing out of the side eye here, and then I'm cutting out the face and I'm gonna make it look like an empty vessel with flowers kind of emerging out of it. And then I'm gonna add some roots, like all along the face and all along the neck. So make it pretty, but also like kind of creepy, which is my style apparently. I'm used to.
Did you say creepy?
Yeah, like they look good, but I don't know. I find them creepy. Well, not creepy, but kind of a darker tone, because people react weird to like holes in people, or like if it's deformed, or if it looks like the veins are taking over, you know? I don't know how to explain that.
I don't know.
Like, I find it cool.
That doesn't find, yeah, like, that doesn't.
But I have known some people that were like, I can't look at that painting because it creeps me out. And I'm like, that's fair.
Yeah, everybody's different.
Yeah, that's true. Phew! Ow. Uncle. Have you ever had a person react that way towards your paintings?
What? Creeped out? Yeah, all of them. Most people are like, what the? You're like, yeah, it's really cool, but I don't want that anywhere near my house. I'm like, well, that's fair. Whatever. I don't necessarily paint things, you know, that I guess are mainstream.
Yeah.
I've always been I guess, drawn to the darker side of things. And maybe not even darker, just a different perspective where sometimes it's uncomfortable to look at or uncomfortable to think about too heavily.
That makes sense.
But I think that's why I like that stuff. I like the things that are maybe a little bit uncomfortable, that keeps you on the edge of your seat.
Yeah, I get that.
To shed light on something like that doesn't make it scary or taboo anymore, you know?
Mm-hmm.
The more you know about something, it's like, oh, it's just whatever.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mom says creepy but cool. Thanks. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, I've always it's funny because when I used to do the anime and comic conventions, I would have these chibi figures that were cute as hell, and then I would have my pen drawings, which were a little bit on the darker side, and it looked like two different artists did it. I still think my art is kind of that way a little bit. Like, I can switch to either side, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, I think anybody can. It's just, if you're comfortable doing it, or, you know, just, I guess, being free enough to do it. I mean, because I love doing, like, organics and biomech paintings and stuff like that. I think that's definitely a big thing of mine, but I also love doing, you know, fantasy stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. Damn it, I think that eyebrow's a little high. Or not.
Well, I think you're weird too, and I love you too, Ma. I didn't come from nowhere.
I got it from you.
Hell yeah, thank you. Yeah. It was pretty lucky. Mom definitely, Mom and Dad both encouraged me to pretty much be as whatever I wanted to be.
That's freaking cool.
You know, like, if it wasn't for those two, like, I probably wouldn't be sitting here, that's for sure. Well, I mean, obviously I wouldn't be sitting here without those two, but
you know,
for their support and being weird me, because it would be way too easy just to go, you know, don't make waves, Toby. Don't draw stuff like that. Don't
make waves. I like that.
You know, well, I mean, growing up in a small town, everybody loves to talk and gossip and all that shit. And like, if somebody's different, if they don't fit in, holy shit, you know, there's hell to pay. I mean, he doesn't like sports, and he doesn't like tractors? What the fuck?
Sports and tractors.
Yeah. Sports, tractors.
Yeah, I definitely don't see you into either.
No, not really. I mean, but at the same time, like, if that's what you're into, that's fucking awesome. Do it up. I'm not going to be at the tractor
but for
polls.
Toby specifically, no.
Yeah, like, don't ask me to watch sports. I'll play sports. I like playing sports, but I don't want to fucking watch them. I don't get into it. It's not my thing. Well, I think you did a pretty good job.
Mom?
Yeah, Mom said, we tried.
Yeah, she raised an awesome son that I love.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I swear to God. I take it back. Please get after him if you can hear me. Oops, that's a little bit too pink. Well. Are you laughing at me or someone?
No, I'm laughing at Gehrlich's on here. Gehrlich was like, do you remember when we played Pee Wee football and you used to hand me off? No, but I remember last week when I handed you off in the car sitting in a parking lot. For half a pack of cigarettes and a Clark bar.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, wait, I wasn't supposed to say that, huh? Mom responded, gross.
Gross indeed.
Meh.
Meh.
I see.
What's going on?
Gehrlich said, he's like, who else is mad at Toby for shaving? And Mom said, me.
Mom likes the beard.
I guess, yeah. Hey, Leanne. Sig says hi. She's snorting and scratching around. I think she's looking for the cat to play with.
Oh, it's already 8.
You mean 9?
Well, 9 in your time, yes.
Yeah.
Time traveler.
I'm not the one that traveled, so...
Yeah, you're right. I'm the time traveler.
Yup.
I say another 10, 15.
Okay.
Or do you want to go on longer?
No, that's fine. Oh, Poltergeist 2. Such a good movie.
Poltergeist?
Yeah, Poltergeist 2. I'm sure you haven't seen it.
How'd you guess?
You got homework to do.
I know. It's like, for us to be together, you need to watch all these movies.
Yep.
So you can understand all my references.
Yep. And not just my references. You have to understand the world's references.
No, I feel ya. I feel like I definitely learned a lot with you, pop culture-wise, which I did not expect to learn from you, but it was great.
Always expect the unexpected.
True.
I am a lot of things, sir, but I am not pop culture. Oh, dude, that's such a good scene where he throws up the Reverend.
The what?
There's a scene where the main, or the father of the main character, gets drunk and he's drinking tequila, and then the tequila has like he's kind of possessed in a weird way. Like he allows, by taking in alcohol, he allows himself to be possessed.
Oh, okay.
Because the spiritual whatever shields or whatever are dropped. Most people's are dropped when they're imbibed by alcohol. It opens up the gate to be possessed and stuff. But anyhow, so he's drinking tequila, and then all of a sudden he starts getting sick, and he vomits up a giant maggot that has the head of this evil ghost reverend. It's fucking amazing.
What? Sounds fun.
Yeah, the first movie is really good too. It's super creepy.
What's it called?
Poltergeist.
Okay, that's right.
There's a lot of really crazy, like, behind the scenes stories too, where just tons of, bad things were happening to the cast and the crew and all that stuff. Like just weird interactions where things just weren't working out for them. And they were equating it to like the film being cursed or whatever. It's kind of crazy.
Damn.
There's a lot of deaths that happened with crew and cast.
No way.
Yeah. I've got about 2 minutes left on my
Instagram feed.
So thank you all for watching. I'll say my goodbyes now because I'm really bad at remembering. and I get cut off pretty quick. Oh yeah, they had the real corpses on the first scene.
No way.
Or first movie, yeah. Or at least real skeletons. They didn't have corpses. Oh, okay. Yeah. Night, Ma. Have a good night, Leon. Love you, Gert. Thanks for watching. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, and we will do this again Sunday. Or at least give it a good shot Sunday. We'll see. Things we'll know more. We'll post about it. But,
we'll know more.
Yeah.
To be determined.
Yeah. If nothing else, you know.
We love you.
Yeah. Always know that I love you. Beard or no beard. Story or no story. Keep painting. Push paint around and do weird things.
Ow, my butt hurts. I've been sitting too long. That was a weird statement. Why'd I say
Mom
that out
said
loud?
night, Allie. Did you hear me?
I assume not me, Allie.
Huh?
I assume you weren't talking to this Allie.
Yes, I was. Mom said night, Allie.
Oh,
Ollie.
good night. I thought you were saying good night to an Ollie that on your thing. But yes,
No,
good night.
no. That's why
Got
I
it, got
said
it.
Mom said good night, Ollie.
I likes your ma.
Yeah. Mom's good peoples. She did the best that she could with me. I gave them a good run for their money, that's for sure.
Damn, I've only worked on the skin this whole time. I'm so slow.
I wouldn't worry about slow, just like I said the other night.
Yeah, I know.
More about it's quality or quantity, you know?
Yeah.
Which would you rather have?
Quality.
So, focus on that. You can't have everything. It can't rain all the time. I'm liking how this thing is turning out.
Well, do you want to close out on the YouTubes?
We can.
Yeah, I think that's a good time.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in and watching this whenever you watch this. We appreciate all the love and support from others, and even through our Instagram feeds, if you're watching this back over. And yeah, we really like doing this thing. It's fun painting with you, Toby.
It's always fun painting with you, Ollie.
Be sure to check out our Instagram called the Paint Night Podcast, and also subscribe and comment whenever you can on YouTube. And also our personal Instagrams, Allie Morgainne and Toby G Art, which is on the screen.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else to say?
No, that should be it. Thank everybody. Thank you all for watching and painting with us. We'll see you
in
soon.
hell. Just kidding.
What?
I said in hell, but I was just joking. Not there.
Maybe.
Not ready yet. Maybe. Well, we never know.
Yeah.
Rapture could happen tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, if the rapture happens tomorrow, I might. I don't know. Still have time. We'll see. But all right. Well, have a good night, everyone, and thank you again. Until next time.
Woo.